First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
Let's go. You see it?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's third down. Now it's Trubisky rolling to his left. And Robinson with a big catch. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Blue.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They pitch it out to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run. This is Cohen. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They go play action with Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force it.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he's going to go down again. Akeem Hicks. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 up near midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Hey, 22! Like 7!
On 1st down at Stafford. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how the touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Shifts by him. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a nice run by Kerryon Johnson, the rookie out of Auburn who went in the 2nd round to the Lions. And Brandon, you have to give Lions credit. They keep trying to find that running back that can be dependable for them so they don't have to use Theo Riddick, who's more of a 3rd down back, as their primary ball carrier.
They're certainly hoping to find it in Johnson, the 2017 SEC Player of the Year. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. On 1st down, Trubisky. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Red,
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Cohen, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, go here.
On first down, Stafford here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Stafford eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Red's up! Red's up!
Play action. Now Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He leaves this one for Howard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
Gotta go, gotta go!
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go play action. Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, to Vecchio now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. Breaks a tackle. He's to the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
An analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Right back to him on first down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, 22!
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability. Prater for the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Trubisky now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Tavecchio puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Here we go.
I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Eddie Goldman able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Blue.
Watch Twill.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears add on. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Zebra! Hey, tag 50 left!
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vecchio now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. First down carry here for Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. Fights through and now a crease. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st down, they run with Howard. Bulldozes past him. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Howard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So out now come the Lions. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They toss it out right to Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The Lions on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Johnson running left. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run it with Johnson. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, the perfect